Hello and welcome to the results for the very first tribal immunity for surviving 1984 from the ashes. So this competition was called Spread Like Wildfire. A lot of you might know it as Telephone. So the tribes got to pick an order, and the first person was read a story by production. The first tribe member had to then translate that story to the next tribe member, and so on and so forth until it got to the fifth tribe member. Once they were done hearing the story, they answered a series of questions. So the tribe that answered the most questions correctly, or actually the two tribes that answered the most questions correctly will win immunity, while the other tribe will find themselves at tribal council tomorrow. So before we get to the questions, I'm going to read out the whole story for all of you to hear. So here is the story. The phoenix is one of the most famous mythological creatures, comparable only to the unicorn and the centaur. Origins point to that of ancient Egypt, but others argue that the Egyptians' texts were influenced by that of other Mediterranean cultures. The phoenix has been known to represent the sun, time, and most commonly, reincarnation. The phoenix was even featured on Roman coinage as an image symbolizing the empire itself and its rebirth with every new emperor. Living for anywhere from 500 to 1,000 years, or sometimes more, upon its death, the phoenix will burst into flame and be reduced to ashes. However, an epic rebirth will commence, with the phoenix rising from the ashes. The Roman poet Ovid wrote of the phoenix's nest being composed of cinnamon, yellow myrrh, spikenard, and cassia bark, while the 8th century poet Hesiod describes the phoenix as having a lifespan longer than 9 ravens, which each live longer than 3 deer, each of which live longer than 4 times a crow's lifespan. Some say the modern day golden pheasant is emblematic of the phoenix mystical origins and appearance. The phoenix refuses to die to the fires of time, with its consistent appearances in literature and media to this day, including Harry Potter, Fahrenheit 451, The Tempest, and The Phoenix and the Turtle. So now I will go through each question and tell you how the tribes answered them, and we will go through the scores as we go. So the first question was, what is one of the two mythological creatures the phoenix is commonly compared to? The correct answer was unicorn or centaur. Crete and Hydra both said unicorn and centaur, so they get a point. Rhodes said Osidius, so they do not get a point. Question 2 was, the 3 things that the phoenix is known to represent are, and the correct answers are sun, time, and reincarnation. Crete said happiness, good luck, and wealth. Rhodes said 7 raven, 3 deer, 4 cows is what it says on my thing. It might have been crows. And Hydra said crow, raven, and deer. So nobody got that one correct. Question 3 was, what is the believed lifespan of a phoenix? The correct answer being 500 to 1,000 years. Crete and Hydra both got it correct, while Rhodes said 189. Question 4 was, what is one of the 4 items to make up a phoenix nest? The possible answers were cinnamon, yellow myrrh, spikenard, or cassia bark. Crete and Rhodes said cinnamon, so they both get a point. Hydra said ashes, so they do not get a point. Question 5, which modern day animal is emblematic of the phoenix's mystical origins and appearance? The correct answer being the golden pheasant. So Crete gets a point with the correct answer. Rhodes said a black bird, and Hydra said crow, raven, and deer, so they do not get a point. Question 6, the phoenix was featured on coinage from what civilization? The correct answer being Roman. Crete said Egyptian, so they do not get a point. However, Rhodes and Hydra both said Roman and do get a point. And then the final question, which we did realize had a little bit of wording wrong, however, it doesn't affect the results. The question we said was Roman poet Ovid once described the phoenix having lifespans longer than 9 what? The correct answer being ravens. Crete did get that correct, while Rhodes said centuries and Hydra said years. So with a final score of Crete getting 5 correct, Crete has won immunity. And then with a score of 3-2, congratulations to Hydra. You have won immunity, which means, unfortunately, Rhodes, you will be going to Tribal Council. So we will schedule a time for tomorrow night for that Tribal Council. So for now, strategize with your tribe and we will figure out a time for that. Also, please note that we have put a materials list, I believe in the announcements chat, those materials being the ones for phase 1 of the game. And then also for winning the challenge, Crete will be receiving an idol clue later tonight. So